never knock 3 times in Japan. Here's why. There are many things that we do every day without even thinking about it, like knocking on a door when we want to enter someone's house or apartment. However, this common action can be very rude in Japan. So today I will tell you why Japanese people never knock 3 times on a door. I'm your friendly Japanese teacher. My mission is to make learning Japanese easier and more fun for everyone. And one thing that might be helpful for you guys is my free Japanese language and culture newsletter. In this newsletter, I share a lot of things that I cannot share here, such as the secret ways to learn Japanese faster, free resources to practice your Japanese, and special offers for my students. So if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my newsletter. You can find the link in the description below. And now, let's get started with today's lesson. When you visit someone's house in Japan, there is a correct way to knock on the door. Japanese people usually knock the door 2 times, then wait for a response before entering. But why? Why do we only knock 2 times? It's because in Japan, the number 3 is associated with death, suffering, and pain. You see, in Japanese, the number 3 is pronounced as this, which sounds like death. The number 4 is pronounced as this, which sounds like death, and the number 6 is pronounced as this, which means suffering. Therefore, the number 3 is considered an unlucky number in Japan. For example, when you are at a hospital, there will never be a 4th floor, because the elevator will skip from the 3rd floor to the 5th floor. Also, many companies in Japan do not have a 3rd-year anniversary celebration for new employees, because the no 3 sounds like death in Japanese. Even when you pray in a temple, you usually pray 2 or 4 times, but never 3 times. And the same rule applies to knocking on a door. If you knock 3 times on someone's door, it can be really offensive, because it sounds like you are inviting death or misfortune into their home. So, if you ever visit someone's house in Japan, remember to knock exactly 2 times. Then wait for a response before opening the door. It's also polite to avoid saying the number 3 out loud. For example, if you want to say thank you 3 times, you should say this. Instead of saying the number 3, you can say something like this. I did not know that. I thought it was just a coincidence that the numbers sound like death in Japanese. But after doing some research, I found out that there is a deeper meaning behind this. In traditional Japanese culture, there is a strong belief in fate and destiny. The Japanese believe that everything happens for a reason, and that every event has been preordained by fate. This belief is known as Fato Sajaku Sashiki in Japanese. For example, if someone meets with an accident, they might think that it was fate that caused the accident to happen. They might also believe that the accident happened for a reason, and that there is a bigger plan at work that they are not aware of. This belief in fate is deeply ingrained in Japanese culture, and it can be seen in many aspects of Japanese life, including the way that people view the world around them, the decisions that they make in their everyday lives, and even the way that they deal with death and suffering. If you want to learn more about this topic, I highly recommend that you read the book Fate, An Introduction to Japanese Culture by Jinichi. In this book, the author explores the role of fate in Japanese culture and how it shapes the beliefs and behaviors of Japanese people. He also discusses the different ways that Japanese people view death and suffering, and how these views are reflected in their art and literature. So, if you are interested in learning more about Japanese culture, I highly recommend that you check out this book. Thank you so much for watching this video until the end. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. I would really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you here. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.